Mishka is going to join us today. Hello. What is the sexiest fragrance in your collection? This is Elle by Yves Saint Laurent, and it is definitely the sexiest fragrance in my collection. So stick around to hear what makes it so special and such a head turner. In 2006, Yves Saint Laurent released a hugely successful fragrance for men called L'Homme. It was fresh and modern and elegantly played with gender codes by introducing some androgynous floral facets. The following year, Yves Saint Laurent commissioned two master perfumers, Olivier Cresp and Jacques Cavalier, to conceive of the female alter ego to this fragrance and to appeal to the younger audience. The brilliance of this offering lies in the fact that it avoided smelling naive and infantilizing, as so many fragrances geared towards a more youthful crowd often do, by simply rehashing sweet, simplistic fragrances. In my opinion, Elle by Yves Saint Laurent offered young women a new voice, one that was closer to their own and acknowledged their independence and maturity through a disruptively courageous new set of feminine codes. In 2007, it was very unusual for a female-marketed fragrance to contain a robust woody accord. This was usually reserved for male-marketed fragrances. But Olivier Cresp, who later admitted to having been deeply influenced by the groundbreaking fragrance by Serge Lutens, La Féminité du Bois, conceived of a dense, deep, woody accord to set at the heart of this new fragrance. You will later see when I describe the composition of this fragrance that the choice of the wood notes themselves was very significant because they were so deeply entrenched in the connotations of masculine perfumery. If you know the house of Yves Saint Laurent, you will be aware that this brand has a long history of disrupting gender codes as a signifier of intellectual freedom and social emancipation. It was important that this fragrance not just be a pretty face, but that it convey an empowered notion of female youth. The result is a wildly charismatic and characterful composition that is still very relevant today, despite the style of composition having become more mainstream. It opens sharp and very juicy with the delicious mouth-watering note of lychee, which is sweet, and it is brightened and lifted very high with a note of Amalfi lemon, so it's got that tang. And there is also a bouquet of a very unusual freesia that is sweet and intoxicating. It's got fruity and spicy facets to it, and again brightened with pink berries. There's also a tendril of pepperiness, and that gets louder as the fragrance dries down. But at this stage, the fragrance is already sending out a very provocative and intoxicating trail that is playful and bright, but with this piquant that makes it very flirtatious and cheeky. About 15 minutes in, you have richer notes that are unfurling from the heart, and there is a broad accord of rose and a very rich and opulent jasmine. Now these notes really support and frame the top notes, but they remain slightly back. They let the freesia do all the talking. But they definitely ground this composition and give it a more earnest sensuality and steer it away from simply being frivolous. Now, eventually, the fragrance opens up, I'd say about 20 minutes in, and bass notes are starting to come through. And this is where the fragrance deploys its secret weapon. There is this notorious accord of woods, and the woods involved here are cedar and vetiver, and those two are known in classical perfumery to be very masculine notes. The cedar has an exceptionally hard character, very hard and dry, and vetiver is also a dry, almost dusty, aromatic qualities to it. Sometimes it's a bit green, and here it comes through and suddenly gives this fragrance a new kind of authority and groundedness and confidence that we maybe associate with an old school notion of masculinity. There is also a delicate patchouli. It's not a funky patchouli, it's clean, but it's earthy and also slightly woody, and that accentuates this wood accord. Now, as the fragrance has dried down, you finally get this incredibly sensual, arousing note of musk mallow, also known as ambrette. It is a sweet, musky fragrance that comes from the ambrette seeds and has been used for a very long time as an ethical replacement to deer musk. Here it is warm, enveloping, and really draws you in. You want to bury your face in it, and it is extremely warm and sexual. So who is this fragrance for? In my opinion, this is a youthful fragrance for anyone who is flirtatious, passionate, and uncompromising. It is also very chic in Yves Saint Laurent's characteristically edgy way, and is a fantastic choice for making a distinct impression at parties or other big functions. Its commanding sexiness is best complemented with the sleek elegance of an Yves Saint Laurent tuxedo or smoking and razor stilettos. That said, it is a very versatile fragrance and could easily be somebody's signature scent, especially for the evenings. I enjoy wearing this fragrance all year round because it has the bright, uplifting notes that are perfect for the summer days, but it also has the deeper, warmer, more enigmatic notes that are perfect for the darker winter days. On the other hand, this is not modest at all and should not be worn to the office, so reserve it for going out. So let me take a moment to show you this beautiful bottle. This is an eau de parfum and it's in 90 ml. It is sleek and gorgeous in its fuchsia color. It's very sexy. It really matches the character of the fragrance. I personally really prefer the eau de parfum. There are many flankers and versions, but I do prefer the eau de parfum. I find it is the most contrasted and balanced. To me, the eau de toilette is beautiful, but it's a little bit too shrill for my liking. This one has more of that rich undertone that balances it out better. Mark my words, this fragrance is a trumpet. Its signal is loud and clear. The sillage is incredible, and you will leave a beautiful trail far and wide. It will get remarked upon. If you're going to be wearing this in confined spaces, use very little because it is loud. Also, the longevity on this is incredible. It remains loud and clear on your skin for over 8 hours. This is a powerhouse, and I'm baffled and saddened to know that the distribution of it has been discontinued in many countries, but luckily it is still widely available in shops in the UK and parts of Europe. It is also easily available online. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think is the sexiest fragrance in your collection. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed, I encourage you to do so that you don't miss future content, as well as a giveaway I have planned for the day I reach 100 subscribers. That is going to be a very exciting occasion, so stay tuned. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.